I realize I've been harping on about this for years, and some of you don't give a shit and you already get the point. Fine, whatever. Skip this one. A lot of the comments on my last video were unsurprisingly unhappy with my idea of a platform where there is no comments. I mean, if anybody stands to lose something in that system, it would be commenters, obviously, so not too surprising that they're the ones upset. But what really gets to me is the level of entitlement that people seem to feel these days towards getting to comment on stuff. Like, everyone seems to think it's like some given right. I don't know if it's just that these people grew up in this social media age where comment sections have just always been there for them, but like, it's not normal for that to be a thing. It's new. And I don't think it's inherently good, and I definitely don't think it should be taken as a social norm that art has a comment section attached to it, or even, like, you know, whatever your definition of art, I'm talking about just content in general, has a comment section. It is weird, and it's new, and I think that it was untested ground, and now that we've tested it, we've found that there are good reasons to not have it there. I'm not talking about this because I don't like criticism. I love criticism. I love good, well-reasoned criticism. Most of what I consume is criticism, and most of what I create is criticism. But it ain't attached to the product. Don't you think it would be a little bit weird if you could scroll down from an episode of The Asterisk War on Crunchyroll and The Asterisk War Sucks would be right there? Wouldn't that be weird? Wouldn't it be weird if that was a comment on the video of the Asterisk War? If that was a little link in the sidebar next to the Asterisk War sucks, you know? It would be fucking weird. Because the criticism has nothing to do with the art piece. Like, it's not something that they wanted attached to it. It's not something that everybody needs attached to it. And for some people, it will probably damage their enjoyment of the product. I mean, I know that's literally my goal with that series, is to damage people's enjoyment of the Asterisk War. But, like, I don't have a right to doing that, you know, on the product. Like, I'm just doing that in my own little space where people can follow me if they trust the things I'm saying and they like the way I write. You know, I am a separate content creator from the Asterisk War. My criticisms are not being fucking pinned to the page. And that's why I think comment sections are such a bizarre thing. It's like if you went and saw a movie and, you know, at any time, like, there's like a separate screen of just comments, and you could just go, you can just look over there and start reading people's comments on the movie. Oh, this guy says the movie's a piece of shit. I guess I'll give up 3 minutes in, you know? Even though that guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, you know? Moreover, I think that the standards of criticism have plummeted as a result of comments, because any fucking idiot can just spit out the first thing that comes to mind. It used to be if you didn't know how to fucking write, nobody would listen to your critique. Nobody would listen to your comments because you sound like an idiot. And you certainly wouldn't have gotten any space to present your idiotic opinions, you know? It used to be you'd have to either be a trained like who do you think of when you think critics, right? People who do critique. It's people who have a decent grasp of writing, a decent grasp of performing critique, and as a result, they develop a following, and they are allowed to write in, let's say, a magazine or for a website, or even just have a YouTube page, and people follow them because they are good at doing it. But then you get people who are totally unpracticed, who don't know the first thing about commenting, you know, who don't know anything about critique, but their critique gets to be right at the top of the page of every fucking piece of art they comment on. You know? And yeah, there's the upvote and downvote system on YouTube, but first of all, it doesn't even really work that well. Like, what the top comment isn't even the one with the most upvotes a lot of the time, which is fucking weird. You know, a lot of people comment before they finish the video, and then those comments, you know, like, it's very easy to manipulate the comments. If people want to, like, fuck with a video and make a super negative comment the top one, and then they can just, you know, get all their friends to upvote it, you know, and stuff like that. Like, I've seen that happen, Not even just on my videos. I get more frustrated reading comments on other videos. I get more frustrated when I, happen to scroll down because, let's say I'm like listening to a song and I scroll down and I see the comments, and within like 2 comments I'm like, oh god, why did I scroll down? Like why did I let curiosity get to me and inundate myself with this garbage bullshit? Because there's some part of me that has like this vain hope that I'm gonna scroll down and see like real comments, because I would totally read them if there was like curated comments on everybody's shit, if like somehow it was just good comments, but it's never gonna be that when you scroll down. I just don't get how people think that they deserve to be able to comment on stuff. Like, who are you? Why do you get to have this platform given to you by this content creator, And maybe you genuinely are better than them. Like, maybe the guy who made the video is a fucking idiot, and maybe you are a rational, reasonable person who can put up a good counter argument. I still don't get why it gets to be attached to their video. Go make your own video. Go make your own post somewhere. And if it has merit, it will stand on its own. People will pay attention to you because the ideas you have merit, and they want to hear you continue to talk, Now, another problem, this is sort of unrelated, that was in my last video that people were talking about, is that I also didn't want there to be any ability to share on my social media platform. And they were like, how will you ever get found? The same way that people used to get found. You seek out curation, Let's say that there was a blog that was just somebody posting stuff that they found that they like and commenting on it, like saying something about it. Most of the articles that I read these days, because I'm not somebody who goes and seeks out articles online. I mostly watch YouTube videos, mostly stuff I'm subscribed to that comes through my feed. But I have a good friend called Ghost Lightning, a former anime blogger, who posts on Facebook, and sometimes he'll share an article, and he'll write a little piece about the article. He'll write about why it was interesting to him, or his own follow-up comments on it. He'll say something about this post, and that makes me want to read it, because I want to know, I want to get more context into what he's talking about, so I can be a part of his curation. And he's not posting that on the article. He's not posting it as a comment on the article. He's posting it to the community of his friends so he can discuss the article with his friends, which everybody could do. If you have a Discord group of people who maybe you've got let's say you have a Discord of like 7 or 8 people who you enjoy discussing content with them, then you can take a YouTube video you watch, and this happens all the time, everybody does this, you post a video in your Discord group and you discuss the video with your friends. You discuss it with people who you want to have the conversation with. You can start a forum. You could have a Reddit board. There's tons of content creators with Reddit boards dedicated to them. And I almost think it's unfortunate that some of them run their Reddits, including me. I kind of wish I didn't run my own Reddit, and maybe I should just, make it not attached to me, because I don't even read it anymore. But, you can form a community around a content creator who you enjoy, or you can just discuss it in a different community, but there's no reason that you have to discuss it on the video. And especially because this allows for there to be sort of like commenter cultures and stuff that surround your video that have nothing to do with it. If you actually read the description on my last video, I went into detail about a bunch of this, but I think it's weird when, just because the same commenters appear on multiple videos, like multiple different people's videos, they sort of end up being considered part of like a clique or something, or like the same people are, are just like accessing all this and like weaving themselves into the narrative of the content. There are commenters who are like associated with creators because they comment on all their videos, and now that commenter is like a part of this creator's narrative who has nothing to do with the intentions of the creator, I just think it's strange that we've allowed this to be normalized, that this is just considered how internet content is presented, when it's not like that for any other kind of content, And you could say, sure, for some people that's what makes new media exciting. That's why you like internet content, you know, is that you get this community aspect, you get this discussion, and that's fine. It just doesn't have to be attached to the media. You know, the media itself should be able to stand on its own, and then you can also have conversations and, you know, in-depth discussion of it. But, like, would you be happier if every book you read had a comment section attached to it, you know? If I finished one of these manga and then, like, at the end it's, like, just pages and pages of what people thought about it, like, that's fucking weird, you know? I don't want that on all my media. I want to consume it as its own product, and then I can go, if I want to, and write something about it as my product on my page. If you want to comment on this video, because the comments are going to be closed, because it would be totally weird to have comments open on this video. If you want to comment on this video, you can go on your Twitter, and you can make a post about it. You can go on your Tumblr and share it and leave your own comment. You can post it to your Facebook so your friends can see it. You can post it in a Discord group you're a part of and discuss it. You can post it on Reddit and discuss it. You know, you can have conversations about this video. But unless your conversation is interesting, unless you have something to say about the video that doesn't make you sound like a fucking idiot, no one's gonna read your shit. And they shouldn't. No one should have to. There should not be an incentive for you to leave shitty comments as there is by having a comment field so easily accessible that anybody can just charge right into and spout a bunch of bullshit. And then other people who want to have a discussion are subjected to it. You know? No, find somewhere worthy of discussion. The fact that we've allowed YouTube comments to persist is why we've let discussion suffer. I think discussion would be much healthier if it was still contained to places that are about discussion, and if you still had to be interesting and make a point in order to say anything and be taken seriously, you know? So anyway, yeah, fuck commenter entitlement. Hey, I think I made my point.